Kaliym Islam here, and welcome to another conversation with the Training Pro. Now, I'm not a fan of rap or rappers. I've got a number of issues with this genre of music and the individuals who perform it. These issues exist on a lot of levels. However, as the father of a teen who at some point decided that Waka Flocka Flame, a rapper, should be the person of the year, I had a vested interest in understanding what these rappers were talking about. Now, after scouring through my son's iTunes playlist and listening to the frequently offensive lyrics, I came to a realization. Many of us so-called educated and sophisticated corporate leaders could learn a lot from rappers. Now, 3 lessons that I took away from the experience were: number 1, communicate who you are and what you stand for. Number 2, always provide clear expectations. And number 3, keep it 100. So let's start with communicating who you are and what you stand for. Now, rappers spend a lot of time rhyming about who they are, where they come from, and what they're about. Now, it often comes across in a profane and misogynistic manner. Now, after listening to a rap song, however, you can't help being anything but crystal clear about the kind of person that you're dealing with. Now, this knowledge provides insight on how you might approach them, what things you should say, and definitely what things you probably should not say to the musician in question. Now, how often do we as corporate leaders fail to let our direct reports know what we stand for or what our pet peeves are? Without this knowledge, our employees are left guessing how not to piss the boss off. Providing employees with direct and unfiltered messages about who you are as a leader and person, along with what in your eyes is an acceptable and unacceptable way of interacting with you, gives your employees a better opportunity to interact with you in a way that's more likely to foster a successful relationship. Number 2, providing clear expectations. Rappers like to explain what will happen to you if you interact with them in a certain way. They also love to talk about how they expect you to respond to different stimulus. Now, this discussion typically takes place over hip-hop beats whenever the rapper rhymes about the consequences of not returning the money that you owe them, or when they elaborate about what they expect from a woman from whom they've just bought a drink. Now, the language might not be artful, but the expectations are clear and unmistakable. Corporate leaders can learn a lot from this. How often do projects go awry because team members are not clear on the performance expectations or consequences that not meeting project dates will have on the organization? Providing clear expectations to those whom they interact with is a strength of a good rapper. Now, the final lesson that I'd like to speak about today is keeping it 100. Now, keeping it 100 is one of the newer rap terminologies. It means giving it your all, doing your best. When a rapper tells you that he or she is keeping it 100, you better believe that they are tenacious in their approach and that the task has their full attention. Now, as corporate leaders, how often do we give the task assigned to us our full attention? Do we keep it 100 when we have one-on-one sessions with our direct reports, or are we only giving them half of our attention because we're thinking about our next meeting or deadline? When we're required to focus on tasks that we don't like to do, are we keeping it 100, or are we down at about 30? Now, keeping it 100 should be the goal of any corporate leader. Moving the organizations and leaders that we lead, or individuals that we lead, toward their full potential can only happen when we as leaders give those individuals our full attention. And like I said, I'm not a fan of rap music or those who make it. But if listening to rap will help corporate leaders communicate who they are and what they stand for, provide clear expectations, and give employees their full attention, then I'm down with keeping it 100. Until our next conversation, this is Kaliym Islam, the Training Pro.